The fast life, the fast living. They see the ambition, they know I'm past driven.
Simi, hi and welcome on the Headwind podcast. How are you?
Hi. Thanks. I'm fine. Yeah, looking forward for Swiss national. I haven't been jumping for a while, so being back on the hills makes me glad, makes me happy. So I have a bit stress with my studies, which I'm doing as well. So I'm quite busy, but back into ski jumping makes me feeling well.
Yeah, and that's exactly the point that I want to start with. So I was watching at the SRF interview from the Olympics, and there you were talking about maybe, or they were asking you about if you would continue ski jumping. I thought it was quite an emotional interview. So you were talking about the fear of quitting ski jumping, maybe also quitting ski jumping on trial. Um, Also about the space for family time and the studies, as you just mentioned. So maybe to start the podcast, the question that everyone wants to know: are you gonna jump this winter in the World Cup?
Yeah, hopefully is the quick answer. Hopefully, I will jump and fly. Um, yeah, I had a major switch this year with making more or setting priorities to for my studies. It's very important for, I think, more my second part, as it might be my second part, my business life. It's gonna be more important to have a good to have some studies. Have at least a bachelor in business administration. So
Alright, yeah.
I tried to plan all around it, but still, I you said I have a fear of quitting, and I think I found quite a nice answer. So I found out that maybe as a ski jumper, the heart of ski jumping is always beating inside.
Yeah, I think that's for every ski jumper somehow, that you see some ski jumper quit a few years ago and still they come back sometimes in the summer to do a few jumps. But so you have not you have not made so many jumps this summer, I think, from what I heard and from what I saw, I think so. How went the few jumps that you did in the summer, and was it, or like, let's go first with this question: how were the jump this summer?
Yeah, it was the jumps now in October were the only jumps I made in this summer. It were 5 training jumps, and
Yeah.
the break before was very very good.
Yeah.
I call it always a sabbatical, but then coming back on the hill, it was kind of nice weather in Einsiedeln. I know the hill from all my training jumps before, so I
You could probably do like eyes closed.
in sleep while I was sleeping, yes. But it was coming back and being very alive, having this positive feeling, going away from the hill afterwards with a smile on my face. And yeah, that's why the ski jumper is still kind of strong inside.
Yeah, and how did you manage this summer during all this time? Because you started only really late to jump, I think only in October. So from the end of the season 2020, so at the end of the season, so in March 22, you were not jumping, and have you been thinking about starting again, or like continuing the season, or like starting in the new season, or have you also thought about not like really quitting then?
I First of all, I was not sure at all if I should continue or not. Then I always know that I know myself a little bit from the past years, where I always need some time to decide: do I have a quite a realistic plan to come back with some kind of idea to get towards the podium? That was always my opinion or my wish to compete in such a manner. And this year, of course, with 41 years, just to jump in the World Cup is maybe the more realistic goal. But it needed
Okay.
quite a while to see a way. Now I was building a house. I was working hard constructing my house, as working with woods, working with installation and much other training than a ski jumper does actually. It was some upper body heavy part in my training, which is not which is no training task for a ski jumper.
Yeah, I guess so. We don't train so often, like the arms and stuff. It's really
Yes.
mostly it stays at the legs and that's it.
Quite. My skinny arms now look a bit better. I'm not sad about it. So, of course, I see that I don't have the proper setup as a World Cup ski jumper, but there is still some time to do a proper training now. And as well, I thought it's quite important to have. I call it a sabbatical.
Yeah, yeah.
To have just some proper free time of training and just do other things. Not watching my diet. I burn a lot of calories anyway.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you probably look even skinnier than than at the end of the season. So
Yeah. It's maybe one of the reasons why I still have a chance to come back on the hills.
yeah, sure.
With 5 kilo more, I would also say it's not so realistic to compete in the World Cup anyway. And I'm happy that I'm not so far away. So I thought, yeah, why not go? Why I shouldn't go jump again on the skis? It's still. I'm fascinated by myself, or maybe also astonished, because that's maybe also special about ski jumping. Hard to explain, but you can do it while you are in a certain shape, going on the big hills and fly. And afterwards, if legs get very slow or weight is increasing, it's quickly far away from
Yeah, then
a
it
good shape.
gets really difficult.